Hi, this is Andrea Winfrey from Tobii Dynavox, and I just wanted to quickly walk you through the user setup wizard in TD Snap. So when you first open up TD Snap, you will see the screen that prompts you to either get started with setting up a new user or to restore an existing user from your Tobii Dynavox account. Most of the time, if you are someone who's trialing a device or getting started with a new device, you'll likely start here. So getting started with a new user from scratch. So you will then name your user. So I'm going to call mine, oops, I'm probably going to have a lot of things already used on this device. So I'm going to say testing, 1, 2, 3. That will be my username. If you would like the user to be in a language other than English, you would select that here. And then your green arrow will take you to the next step of the user setup. In the pediatric world, most of the time we're using this option. So using text with symbol supports. So I selected that box. I'll hit my green arrow to continue. This is where you'll select your access method. So in my case, I'm going to be touching the screen. So if you have a person using the device who is able to reach out and touch the screen, that's how they're making selections. That's what you'll use here. If you have an eye gaze user, you'll select eye gaze here, or someone who's using switch scanning, you would select scanning. And then you'll continue on. And here's where you will select your page set. And this is something, if you're a parent setting up this user area, something that you might want to collaborate with your speech language pathologist on. In this case, I'm going to demonstrate setting up a core first page set. You always have the option to toggle over to a different page set down the road, though, so you're not stuck with this choice forever if you've chosen the wrong one or you'd rather switch down the road. So right now I'm going to select core first, keep on going. And in my case, I'm going to use the United States version of core first. And then next, it's going to prompt me to select the voice that's going to be used in this user area. Now on these options over here, you can select, you can kind of narrow down the field. So let's say, in my case, I am an adult female. So if I choose those, then it's going to show me all these different options. And you can see based on the flag what type of accent is being used. You can listen to the voices here. It might sound a little bit funny through this Zoom meeting. And then once you've found one that you like, so let's say you're setting up for your child who is a child female, and I tend to use the voice Ella a lot. So let's say you find the voice that you like, you'll select it here, and then keep on going through your setup wizard. Now it's going to ask you what grid size you'd like to start with. And this is another example of, if you're not sure, collaborating with your speech pathologist can be really helpful. I tend to say start with as many cells on the screen as you think the person using the device can possibly handle in terms of their fine motor skills and their vision. So if they're able to select a button that's pretty small, go ahead and start with the 8x10 grid. Even if you feel like it's too many words for them right now, it gives them a lot of room for growth, which is what we're going for. If you don't see your desired grid size here, you can select this Show More. And then these are all the available grid sizes in TD Snap Core First. Just for this example, I'm going to select a 6x6 grid. And then when I select Done, it's going to take me into that new user that I established. And so now you are ready to go to start exploring the content in this core first page set. If you do end up wanting to change the grid size or the voice that you've chosen, you can change those options up here using this Edit and Settings button. So let's say you did want to investigate different voices, you would go to User, And then you can change the speaking voice here if you so desire. And if you did want to end up changing the grid size of your page set, you'll go to page set and then grid size. And you can take a look at some of these other options. So you can see when I change the grid size here in the settings, it modifies the number of buttons on the screen in the background. And then when you'd like to use those settings, you'll just say done, and then you'll be in run mode. All right, thank you so much for following along. We have a ton of resources and content related to understanding the content in each of these page sets as well. So please reach out to me if you need additional resources. This video was really just focused on the user setup wizard and how to get going in a new user in TD Snap. All right, thank you again. Hope to hear from you soon. My email is andrea.winfrey@tobydynavox.com.